Hey, what's up, everybody? It's me again, Nick from Havoc and Job for Cowboy. It's Follow Carnage, and I have a new project called Nuclear Power Trio. So, anyways, the real news is that I'm sitting here with my buddy Kieran, my new friend Kieran.
How you doing,
this dude freaking rules. Tell us what's up, man.
It's cool to be here, man. Just here at GetCon, chilling out, and yeah, man, it's been awesome shooting a video on the roof, the death roof. So
The death roof.
yeah, I feel like I'm gonna fall through in the factory at any second now, man. Just
What's your last name again?
Robertson.
Robertson.
Yeah, man. What's your last name? I don't know your last name.
Schendzielos. It's like shin and jealous, like you're jealous of your chin.
Cool name. I think you had to be like a rock star with that name. You know what I mean? Like Schendzielos.
Nobody can. I failed kindergarten because I couldn't spell it.
Really?
No, I'm just kidding.
Okay.
That's actually not my joke. I think that was a Dimitri. Shit, can't think of the comedian's name. I think he's Dimitri. I get whatever. Anyways, some other dude with a really long last name told that joke, and I stole it from him, and I don't even have the ability to give him credit. So, maybe a lightning bolt or a solar energy beam shoot me dead. But yeah, so tell us who you play with.
I play with Operation Mindcrime, and Till Death Do His Part is my own sort of project, man. But Mindcrime's that's what I'm sort of known for now, you know what I mean? So it's cool, man. Great gig, and I get to play some awesome like Queensryche songs and stuff. So it's a dream gig, man. Dream gig.
That's tight.
So
and you recently just filmed the third set? Is it the third movie in the series of Trainspotting?
yeah, so the third one came out, and that was me. Yeah, because I'm from Glasgow. I was there with my kilt and
nice.
And my knife and all that stuff. Man,
that's awesome.
I love the Trainspotting movies. They're amazing. It's like although when you see Americans, like all they seem to know about Glasgow and Scotland is like Trainspotting. That's it. And funny story though is you know the first Trainspotting movie.
Yeah.
You know the girl that he hooks up with that's underage. It's actually at school.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was my first school. Like when I was a kid, that was my first school. I left when I was like 13. I threw a chair at a kid and walked out. But like but yeah, it's so funny. Like watching that movie now, I was in that school until I was like a dick and didn't go back. You know what I mean? But like yeah, so that's my claim. That's actually more of a claim to fame than Mindcrime. I was in that school that Trainspotting was filming in.
That's awesome. We were recently talking about Glasgow, and we were saying that we were talking about Cat House. We play at Cat House a lot, but we were talking about how it's simultaneously voted like the nicest place to get stabbed. Is that what it was?
Yeah, it was a friendly city in Europe and the stab capital of Europe in the same year. It's great, man. It's like I love Glasgow. It's just it's one of those places like I've travelled most of the world, and it's like one of those places where just like there's nowhere like it, man. There's really nowhere like it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Glasgow's one of my favorite places to play.
Oh, really?
I love I seriously do love the Scottish accent. It's one of my favorite accents. Scottish accent, Irish accent, but Scotland as a whole is just really, really beautiful. It's really pretty. Yeah.
You can't even give me shit for the accent for the past fucking 3 days.
It's just because I want to have the accent. You know what I mean? But so you don't live in Glasgow anymore?
Yeah, I mean I spend half my time there, half my time in Seattle's really where I'm based out of now.
Oh, cool.
But which is great. Seattle's cool, man. Seattle's pretty similar to Glasgow in the way that it's sort of everyone's cool. It's very sort of indie, and if they you know likes a night out and stuff. So it's great. But you know Glasgow, I miss it. I've not been there. I was there for 1 day last week, and that's it, man. I've been. Oh, wow. That was the last time I was there in about 6 months. Okay. So it's been a long time, man. But get to go back for Halloween, which is great. I can have a good night out. And
do you guys do like American style Halloween over there?
Yeah, man. We because me and my girlfriend are big goths and all that. So we always wear like
what's a goth?
What's a goth? It's what I am. You know, it's lots of black and eyeliner and all that shit. But yeah, we always go for like Halloween's like our Christmas. You know what I mean? So we always try and have we have a bunch of like goth buddies and shit. So we all have this big night out and just go and have a blast, man. So Halloween is definitely more my Christmas than Christmas. You know
That's awesome. So Nightmare Before Halloween then, or Nightmare Before Christmas. Sorry.
Yeah, hey, I got the.
Oh damn! Yeah, there it is.
Jack Skeleton. So yeah.
So what are you gonna go for Halloween as?
You know, I think we're gonna go. Me and my girlfriend are gonna go. Is for some reason she last year we went as each other. So like I had that.
That's fucking awesome.
We did this thing where like we dyed like sprayed her hair black, painted on my tattoos on her, and like I'd wear like a dress, but I get my ass grabbed. It was a weird thing. But yeah, man. But like so basically she was like, this year I have to go with something sexy because I was a guy last year, and I'm like, fair enough. So she wants to go as like sexy devils. So I think she's got this like really cool like latex. But the thing is, they make sexy devil costumes for girls, but for guys they don't. You know what I mean? So I'm like, I don't want to come in with like the cape and shit if she's all sexied up. So I think I'm just wearing like a black suit and devil makeup and all that. So it'll be a laugh, man. What are you doing for Halloween? Do you celebrate?
Yeah, no, we do it. Yeah, my chick's way into it. She's a special effects what what's the word I'm looking for? Not quite a connoisseur, but like she got into it for a while. She actually studied with there was a guy named James Ryder. He's a makeup artist, really famous like makeup artist in LA and stuff. He did like, did you ever see The Cell?
No.
With J-Lo? Jennifer Lopez and stuff. Really cool like visual movie. He's done tons and tons of stuff. But he had like these like kind of like makeup camps, you know, like these week-long classes and stuff. And she took one of his little classes, and she did so well that he invited her to come out to LA and take this like boot camp course and do it. And so you kind of get a crash course in like wicked special effects stuff and all this kind of cool stuff. So she's got all the cool stuff. So we'll like play around and have fun with like getting like actually like, you know, really gory bloody stuff. Yeah. But yeah, 1 year I went as a tampon.
Right, okay.
2 years, actually. I did a version 2.0.
A long time to be a tampon.
Yeah, and the 2.0 one was great because I actually, you know, Revolver, the magazine. So I got in Revolver with it. There was like a Rob Zombie Halloween special one.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, and they had all the like different like Rockstar. No, I'm not a Rockstar, but all those costumes that people wore, and I was like totally had a picture of me doing it. It was great though because I did it like proper the second time. You know, like got wrapped up in like a you know, got like the proper like white, you know, fabric stuff from the store and cut armholes out and stuff and tied a big long string to my feet. Oh yeah, and then like super bloody face.
That's great, man.
And then I put a fake mustache on, and then I got like really good Ben Nye, like, you know, you have the fake teeth and stuff. Yeah. We have ones that are just gums.
Right, yeah.
So I just had like the bloody gums, and it was just
that's cool.
Really, it was really weird.
It's weird with tampons, like. I didn't realise this interview about tampons, but I have some stories about tampons. Tampons are actually great. We always take tampons on tour because like there's so many venues you go to on tour and like they don't have like you know, medical equipment and stuff, and it's like, man, like I mean, one time in Berlin we actually closed the like the van. We were on van tour, so we closed the boot and just like cracked our sound guy in the head, split his head open and stuff. And we're like, where's and they're like so he's sitting there like tampons in his head to like soak up the blood, because it's like tampons, it's like they start to like expand and stuff, so he's got these big tampons just in his head. It's like, but man, tampons are great. Big advocate. So if Tampax wants to endorse us, man, that'd be.
Sounds pretty sweet, dude. But I did what we are gonna. I remembered what my girl and I are gonna do for Halloween this year.
Yeah.
We're gonna go as Bruce and Caitlyn Jenner.
No way, that's gonna be awesome, man.
Yeah, so I gotta find a corset. Like find that white corset from the Vanity Fair cover. Dude, and then I think she'll probably roll with like I guess be Olympic Bruce. I would imagine is gonna be the best.
That'll be like the funniest shit, man. It's like one of those things where it's like I love when people can have a sense of humor about that, and it's, you know what I mean? It's like it's funny.
You have to, man. I would imagine that she would have a sense of humor about it too. Yeah, you know what I mean? Maybe she will go as Bruce for Halloween. Caitlyn, come on, go as Bruce for Halloween. That would be awesome. Cool. So what do you think of GetCon so far? It's kind of a trip, right?
It's been great, man. It's awesome to just meet all the brands and hang out with the YouTubers and stuff. I mean, I've never really been a big like YouTube guy, but it's really cool to actually meet the guys and hang out. And like, what's been weird for me is like I've recognised so many more people than I thought I would. And it's been cool, you know, hanging out with you guys and having a drink at the jams and stuff. And you know, I'm a Framus artist, and see, that was my little plug in there.
It's for you, HP.
Framus, that's what we'll come up there. But yeah, man, like Phil X and all the other guys at Framus are great. So it's been cool. Do you know what it feels like? It just feels like a really nice holiday. You know what I mean? Like it's cool, man. Like where I get to play tons of nice guitars and play tons of cool gear. It's awesome, man.
We killed it with the weather, man. Super lucked out with this weather.
On the death roof. It's great. It's awesome.
Yeah. So you were telling us about that. Wow, that's a really long story. I don't know if you just want to tell us about it, but.
What one?
Well, there was about 3 different really awesome stories that he had.
You talking about the AIDS one? You talking about the AIDS story? Is it yeah, the AIDS story. Yeah, I mean, there's the condensed version of the AIDS story.
The condensed version.
Condensed version of the AIDS.
I think almost like the more condensed the version of the story is like almost more intriguing. Yeah, you know what I mean? Well, no, but the full version is like you got to experience the full version. But he'll come up with the condensed version.
So basically, the more of the story is I don't have AIDS. I mean, but like I recently a couple of years ago, a few months ago, I went into, I can't talk, it was a couple of years ago, I was on a night out and I cuddled a fox and the fox bit my hand, and basically at the time my girlfriend, I just broke up with her because she'd been cheating on me and all that stuff, and so I got really, really sick and went into hospital, and the doctor comes round and he's like, yeah, so it looks like, because I was full on like skeletal, like nearly died, and the doctor comes in and he's like, well, you know, it looks like your immune system shut down, which could be HIV or AIDS. and I was like, oh my god, like thought I was dying, like I was gonna kill this girl. I was like, so angry. And it comes in the next day, he's like, you don't have AIDS, you're fine, which is great. But you know, it's one of those things where it turns out the fox had bit me. I had to have 4 fingernails like all pulled out and under surgery, and it was that sucked, man. That was like I was like septic and like pretty close to death. But like, you know, it's one of those stories that at the time was like really fucked up, but now it's really funny. You know what I mean? It's like a laugh now to talk about it.
Well, it's just funny because we were, you know, it was interesting because there was kind of a cool theme going around. Actually, I was just talking to Michael from PRS, and there's this kind of just the best theme that should go around is gratitude. Yeah, you know, like he was just, you know, talking about how cool it is to be able to, you know, play music for a living, and you know, and the way he does it, he teaches online and stuff, and to be able to live in a day and age where we can, you know, not have to, you know, do jobs that we don't have passion for, that we're not into, you know, and to have a feeling of fulfillment and stuff, and that a lot of that, you know, comes to reminding yourself and to staying in a position of gratitude. And so it's ties into, you know, really well. It's like, you know, as messed up as it is that, you know, all that stuff happened, you know what I mean? Like your overall attitude in life is so cool. It's just like a really great, you know, it just seems like you're really grateful for everything you've got, and very humble and stuff like that. And so out of really shitty circumstances, you know what I mean, can come beauty if you allow it to. You know? I
feel it's great, and you as well, man. Talking to everybody's just so nice, and I've really, the thing I noticed in the music industry is like I've been really lucky and got to work with some big bands now. It's like the bigger the bands I meet, the nicer the people are. You know what I mean? And it's like they have to be that way because everybody knows everybody, man. It's such a small world. You know what I mean? It's like I feel as well like you really have to do some like shitty jobs so that you can appreciate like what I'm doing now. You know what I mean? Because I've done the shitty jobs, bartenders and all that stuff. That's not the worst job in the world, but I mean I've done worse stuff than that, but it's like, you know, it's when you're doing something you're not happy with and you're really just not enjoying, and then you get to do something that you love, and you know what I mean, it really means, like, it means a lot to be able to do something and like make a living on music and all that stuff. It's nah, man, I'm living the dream job. It's incredible, you know. Yeah,
it's almost like one of those things. It's almost like you have to go through. You know, you have to go through it's I think in life it's a lot about, and in the music industry, and you know, it's all tied, it's all the same thing, it's all entangled, but I think it's about contrast. A lot of it's about contrast, and the reason that we have different experiences is to provide that contrast. Like, you don't, you know, it's like the way, kind of like, you know, everything in the world starts as a thing, or starts as a thought in somebody's head. Everything started as a thought in somebody's head. And you know, whether that's you deciding to be, you know, a guitar player, you know what I mean, like, you saw it and you said, sparked a thought, sparked an intention in your brain, and then like that, the process of that manifesting itself into your life is basically shaped through contrasting experiences. You'd be like, I'm working a job, I know I don't have passion for this isn't what I want to do, I'm not fulfilled, I don't like, you know, I'm not happy, and I want to play guitar. And they're like, okay, how do you do that? And you know, well, you try this, well, you got to start playing, and then you play, and then like, you know, maybe you start to like develop your skills, and you like that, you start playing with other people, and then you find out, like, you know, the people that aren't committed to what it takes to become a professional musician. So that contrasting experience make you be like, I need to get hooked up with people that are serious about it. And then, you know, you go to the next thing, and maybe you play these certain types of gigs or the type of music or whatever it is. You're just going through this long journey, this long path of contrast things in order to discern what you want and don't want. And the better and the more experiences that you go through, whether they're good or bad, it's just the better you'll be able to determine what you want out of life. You know what I mean, what you want out of music and that kind of stuff. And so I think like going through the really dark stuff, the really hard shitty things, is like, it's almost like your highs can't get as high if the lows don't go as low. You know what I mean? Like, the lower you've been in your life, the higher that you can feel too.
I mean, it's even the same in life. It's like, I feel like you really, you know, when you feel really depressed and you feel really down, it's like, well, I mean, I used to hate that when you'd feel depressed, you'd feel really bad, and then the more I've realised, like, you can't actually feel happy without knowing when you feel depressed. And it's like light and dark, man. It's like, you know, once you feel really depressed, you're just like, that doesn't happen forever. You're then going to feel happy, and then you appreciate the happiness because you weren't happy and all that stuff. You know, it's even with like songs, man. It's like, if you have a song and it's all just, you know, blah, it's like, you know, you need contrast, you need, you know what I mean? So it's like life's a bit contrast, you know.
It reminds me of that quote, if it's heavy all the time, it ain't heavy.
Heavy, man. It's like, you know, even like you can go to bands like Black Sabbath, like not Sabbath, bloody Sabbath, just to now. It's not a heavy, like it's pretty light, but it's just because it's so like contrasting to the then dig, you know, it's just such a great song. You know, it's like definitely everything in life's about contrast. It's even the even like you know, coming here and stuff. It's like just the contrast to, you know, what I used to do and all that stuff. So it's even when they took out all my fingernails, one of the things they said to me is like there's a chance that they won't grow back and you won't be able to play guitar again without your fingernails. So that was a heavy decision to make and stuff. But you know, I mean, even that, I'm going, okay, you know, I'll be a singer then. It's like, you know, once you have to sacrifice stuff to do music, it's like I feel like once you make that decision to, okay, I'm going to be a musician, it's like you know, beg, steal, you know, borrow, whatever, to just become what you want to be. And it's like what's great is being with people here at GetCon. It's like everybody's done that, everybody's sacrificed stuff to do what they're doing, everybody's, you know, like bust their ass and worked really hard, which is great to be around like like-minded people, you know what I mean? So it's awesome, man. And like you as well, man, you're doing really like tons of bands and all that stuff, and it's like it's cool to talk about like tour stories and been sort of similar tours and all that stuff. It's awesome, man, to be around people that have also like bust their ass and got there, you know what I mean? So
it's also really cool to see like the YouTubers, you know what I mean? Like, because that's a whole world that like I kind of mess with a little bit here and there. I've got some, like, I make these weirdo videos, I'll show you some in a bit, like, because I was just started doing playthroughs of my songs because I saw other people doing playthroughs of my songs, and I'm like, dude, this guy's getting all his views and shit, I should probably play it, and he's playing it wrong. So you know, so I started making videos and they were boring. I mean, they were, you know, they were the playthroughs, so if you liked, if you wanted to learn the song or you liked bass or whatever, it was cool for you, but for anybody else, they wouldn't watch it. And so I started like have fun with it and put some humor into it and that kind of stuff, but I didn't know that, like, you know, these guys make their living doing this. But it's work. You see them come in here and they start at 10 o'clock in the morning, right on the dot, starting to film, and it's just cameras everywhere. Dudes are editing, they're smashing the shit out, getting every available time slot that they can, busting out 50, 20 videos and the shit, and all the time it takes to edit it. It's a whole, you know, world in and of itself outside of being like a traveling, like a professional, you know, touring musician. There's the whole YouTube gig, which is really, really cool to see. You know what I mean? It's like it's inspiring. It's a really inspiring event, I would say. Yeah, man. I mean, it's watching these guys like I think I work hard, and then you watch these guys and they're sitting, like, they film a video with me, and I'll be like, great, I'll see you later. I'll go like have a cup of coffee, and they're sitting for like hours just editing, putting film together. You know, it's like they have to put the audio, then they have to put the music, and they have to. It's like, man, it's so much work, and it's like, you know, you see the videos, and it's like, you know, it's so deserved when they get like all these views and stuff when they put that much work into it. You know what I mean? It's the same thing. It's like being able to make a living out of something you love must, you know, it's incredible. You know, so major respect for the YouTube guys. Major respect for the YouTube guys. And tell us, are you doing the new Blade movie?
Why? Who's in the new Blade movie? I
thought you were in the new Blade.
Vampire and all that. I get it.
No, I just noticed his, like, I could see like he's starting to vaporize because we're out in the sun, and he's got this like 250 SPF vampire sun block that we snorted earlier.
Yeah, that was
because it dried up. It's really dry here.
Up, yeah. When you're a vampire, you have to snort your sunblock. You do lines of sunblock. That's what you do, man. It's great. You know, it's funny, man. The biggest heckle I ever get is like I'm one of those guys. It's like I've worn like eyeliner, and I've had my nails painted black, and always tried to look different since like I get so all that shit. Like every day, you know, like even if it's like I love when people take the piss, but even when it's like, you know, meant maliciously and shit, like that shit doesn't like never really bothered me. I'm always like the biggest heckle I ever get is like every time I walk down the street, everybody's like Lost Boys out the car and shit. I'm like, dude, I love Lost Boys, man. I'm fucking so glad I look like one of the Lost Boys, man. You know, so
Queefer Sutherland.
Exactly, man. It's great. I don't, and I mean, it's great. I think every musician wants to be, you know, a bit different, or, you know, look a bit different. It's like my sort of main thing is like when I go to shows, it's like I want to see a rock star on stage. So like, it's that old quote. It's like you're living the dream that, you know, millions of people want to live. So live the life. You know what I mean? Don't half-ass it. You know what I mean? So
yeah, no, totally. I back that. Yeah, and it's like also part of the thing too is like when you, I don't know, it's like when you're projecting that image, you know what I mean? Because it sends that like a message to people that are in the audience, I think, that, you know, that you're at a concert, like you're at a thing, you know what I mean? It's not like, you know, no offense, you know, like sometimes, and I've been the dude where I just get up in literally the clothes I was wearing all day, and then like you get to the point where you're like, man, get some stage clothes, like put on a show, put on a concert, you know what I mean? People you don't want it to look like 4 dudes in the audience just got on stage, you know what I mean? So I back it. I think it's really cool, and it's like you know, an extension of your personality.
Dude, do you know what we should do for one of these videos? We should goth you up for one of the videos.
I'm down.
All proper gothed up and shit.
I'm down. Yeah, we'll do it. We can do it tomorrow.
Yeah, let's do it, man. I'll do that.
Okay.
And get some inverted crosses on you and stuff, man. Let's do it, man. Definitely.
Okay, cool, man. Sweet. But you know, the inverted cross is actually less evil.
Do you know? It's
because it's the St. Peter's.
It's the same Peter's cross, right?
Yeah, and he didn't want to be crucified right side up because he wasn't as, didn't want to be on the level as Christ. So he's like, do me upside down because I don't want to be, So I was like, wait, that's actually an homage. Yeah. So I was like, if you're trying to do that, you should just not have the.
Yeah.
I don't know how to. I don't know.
The whole religious imagery between music and stuff. It's like I get like pentagrams and inverted crosses and stuff, and I get some people like some like the. I really don't care what religion you are, what colour you are, what race you are. It's like I hate everyone equally. You know what I mean? It's like I'm that way. If you're a nice guy, you're a nice guy. I'll talk to you. If you're not, it's like that whole thing. If you're a dick, you're a dick. It doesn't matter. You know what I mean? And it's weird. I get some shit from people being like, but it's weird. Same thing. The inverted cross was Christian. The pentagram was that was actually it was, I think that was what was it? It was pagan, and then it's then gets stolen from being like it's now devil worship, and my girlfriend's a Wiccan, and it's like a lot of my friends are Satanists and stuff, and it's like you read the Satanist, the Satanist version of the Ten Commandments, and it's like don't hurt people, be nice, party, and it's like I think it's just people don't read into it enough, and they're like they presume it's just you're sacrificing kids and like stuff, but it's mostly just the same rules, man. It's just like be nice to people and don't hurt things, which is cool, man. You know what I mean? It's like
the golden rule.
Exactly. I just feel like it's sort of too much like a us and them mentality. I'm totally fine with whatever religion anyone supports. That's great, as long as you're not killing someone else because your imaginary friend's bigger than their imaginary friend. You know what I mean? It's like it's great. I don't understand why. It's like why it needs to kill someone because someone told you to kill. It's like but apart from that, man, fucking inverted crosses and shit all the way. You know what I mean? So
right on, brother. Well, hell yeah, it's been a pleasure, man.
You too, bro.
Yeah, it's been a cool talk. I think we covered some serious ground.
AIDS and religion. That's good. That's kind of the
yeah.
This will be
the gamut of the gamut and the breadth and the width of topics that I've talked about with people in the last like 2 days that I've done these things. It's pretty crazy, dude. I like it. It's cool because we're a random universe. You know what I mean? Exactly, yeah. Chaotic really is probably a better word because random is like no pattern. Yeah. Chaos is seeming randomness with an underlying pattern, which is actually what I believe. And on that note, I'm gonna go fuck myself. I'm just kidding. You can edit that.